There you are. Another mission completed successfully, I presume? I've been monitoring the progress from my end, but I need to hear it from you. Every detail. Every movement, every decision. We can't afford to leave anything up to chance. Take your time, of course. We've all been through a lot. You and I both know the risks of leaving anything unsaid, so let's start from the beginning. Tell me how it all began. How did you approach the initial phase? Were there any unexpected complications? I see. A delicate situation, but you handled it well. I can't imagine how those variables must have weighed on you. But the fact that you've emerged unscathed speaks volumes. You know, I always prefer an approach that favors subtlety. No loud movements, no chaotic distractions. We're professionals, and we execute everything with the utmost precision. Did you encounter anyone who raised suspicion, or were all parties adequately distracted? Yes, I'm glad you had the foresight to avoid drawing attention. It's the little things that matter most. The whispers, the slight glances. A few seconds of hesitation could spell disaster. But you didn't fall for those traps. Excellent work. There's no room for error when you're on the field, especially in a job like ours. But it seems you are already well aware of that. Now, the crucial moment. The mission's objective. Tell me exactly how you acquired the information. Step by step. I need to know everything. Were there moments where you hesitated? Even for a split second? Hesitation is natural, especially when you're dealing with the kind of people we interact with. A flicker of doubt in the eye, a brief moment of indecision. It's all part of the game. But that's where we shine, isn't it? We don't hesitate. Not for 1 second. We're trained for these exact moments. Though, I must admit, it's always satisfying to see how you manage it. Now, I'm assuming you've taken the necessary precautions, yes? Any potential surveillance or data leaks? Alright. I'd like to know what steps were taken to ensure that nothing out of the ordinary was captured. Alright. Well done. It's good to know that you thought of everything. The old methods still work best in some cases. Old tech doesn't leave as many traces. It's clever. You must already be used to my compliments. I always admire your attention to detail. I think you understand how vital this is. Now, what about the extraction phase? Any complications there? Okay. Sometimes things don't go exactly as planned when we're under time pressure. But I see. It seems like you handled it smoothly, though. A calm approach, knowing that things can get unpredictable. That's something we both know too well. Okay. Good. Very good. But let's not get too comfortable just yet. There's always the aftermath to consider. I'm going to go over a few more things with you. Your mental state, your approach. We've both seen how the smallest deviation from the plan can lead to undesirable outcomes. You've been through this before, so I trust you're aware of the toll this can take. After a mission, especially one like this, It's essential that we address everything. There's no shame in acknowledging the stress, but what matters is how you manage it. We have to be stronger than the pressure. Otherwise, we don't make it through the next one. So go on, tell me how you feel. I just want you to know that you're doing well. I can tell. The fact that you're standing here, reporting in without hesitation, that speaks volumes. I know the job is demanding. It wears you down. A lot, sometimes. But after each mission, I need you to trust in the process. I need you to trust in your training. Every single piece of it. You've proven your worth. Every single time. And remember, we're in this together. You're not alone in this, even if it sometimes feels like it. I'm glad we could discuss all of this. You've done everything I expected and more. It's rare that I'm impressed, but you've done an excellent job. Now, I believe that is all for today. You've given me everything I needed. I trust you'll be ready for whatever comes next. Good. But for now, take a moment. Rest. You've earned it. You've exceeded my expectations, truly. No one operates with such precision, such control over their actions. The way you handled yourself is a certain level of dedication that's almost rare. I've worked with many, seen countless individuals go through the motions, but you don't just follow orders. You take ownership of your mission. Every decision, every action, it's all deliberate. And that's something I admire. It's admirable, to say the least. And I don't say that lightly. There's something about your approach, something that sets you apart from the others. It's not just your skills, but your commitment. It's rare to see someone with such dedication to the job. You've managed to stay level-headed through everything, always focused on the task at hand. I can't say I'm not impressed. More than impressed. But we both know it's important to stay professional. This is not the place for such feelings. You report to me, and as much as I respect your abilities, as much as I appreciate your loyalty to the mission, I must remain objective. I cannot allow myself to lose sight of that. We've built a rapport based on professionalism. Anything more would complicate things. You're not like the others, and it's difficult to ignore that, but I won't let it cloud my judgment. Let's focus on what's next. The job, the mission. We'll address any complications later. After all, we've come this far, haven't we? I know it's hard to remember sometimes, but our work requires an element of detachment. We do what's necessary. No more, no less. No attachments. That's how we survive. And that's how we complete our missions with efficiency. Listen, I've seen what happens when feelings come into play. They cloud judgment. They create weakness. And we cannot afford that. Not in this line of work. What? You've been doing all of this to impress me. I didn't realize that was your intention. I've always seen your efforts as part of your professionalism, your commitment to the job, But if that's the reason you've been pushing yourself so hard, you don't need to impress me. You've already proven your worth countless times. Your actions speak for themselves. There's no need for any additional effort. You should never feel like you have to impress anyone. Especially me. It's hard for me to hear you say that. To know you've been doing this not for the mission, but for my approval. Because, truthfully, I've been impressed with you from the start. I admire you. More than you realize. But this complicates everything. I cannot afford to allow myself to feel things that could interfere with my judgment. And you must understand that. I can't let it happen. I won't allow it to happen. We're in too deep for personal feelings to cloud our focus. It's not about impressing me. It's about doing your job. And you do it so well. I need you to remember that. Please. I can't. I can't let my feelings interfere with our work. This is who I am. This is what I do. But I will admit, it's hard not to feel something when you show so much dedication. It's impossible not to notice, and I suppose that's the problem. You don't need to change. Keep doing what you do. Stay focused on the mission, and I'll stay focused on the work. But I won't pretend that it's easy. Let's put all of this aside for now. We got a mission to complete, and that is all that matters. For both of us. I expect nothing but excellence from you, as always, and I know you'll deliver. Now, let's get back to the matter at hand. I understand your determination, but you have to know this kind of behavior. Letting emotions dictate our actions, it never ends well. It never does. We've been through this before. It's difficult for me to let go of my restraint. I know you may not understand, but I cannot allow myself to indulge in anything personal. Wait. We shouldn't be doing this. Okay, alright. Don't do that again. You have no idea what that means. You have crossed a line, and I cannot let that go unaddressed. This wasn't supposed to happen. Not like this. I am your superior. You report to me. Do you understand the consequences of actions like that? This can't happen. Not again. We're professionals. This doesn't change what we're here to do. But I can't deny it. That kiss, it caught me off guard. I've tried so hard not to feel anything, but you make it harder than I expected. I should have kept my distance. I should have stayed in control, but you've complicated things. But I'm not sure if that's a bad thing. I don't know anymore. We can't let this interfere with our work. Do you understand? I expect nothing less than your best, and we both know that's what we need from each other right now. This is complicated. Too complicated. I should be angry. I should reprimand you for crossing a line. But I can't. Not this time. I'm not going to hold it against you. This was unexpected. But I'll forget what just happened. Just this once. Consider it a lapse in judgment on my part, not yours. But I won't pretend it didn't affect me. You're a good kisser. Better than I expected, honestly. I won't let my emotions dictate my actions. I can't afford to. But that kiss, it was unexpected, yes. But it wasn't unwelcomed. This doesn't change anything, though. We're still professionals, and nothing personal can interfere with our mission. Let's put this behind us, for now. But next time, I expect you to focus, just as I do. Now, let's get back to work.